Hello, my lovely dreamers. Thank you so much for clicking this ASMR questions and answers, soft-spoken, whispering video. This is a 7K celebration. Yeah, so there are 7K lovely dreamers in our small ASMR community. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your kind words, for all your wonderful comments, for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for everything, and especially thank you for being such amazing friends. I know that I promised a question and answers video back in order to celebrate 6K, but as you know, tragedy struck in my life and I lost my fur baby, and I didn't feel like celebrating back then, but I have all your questions from back then and I'm going to answer today in this video. So sit back if you enjoy this kind of ASMR video, relax, and let's celebrate 7K wonderful ASMR lovely dreamers. Thank you so much for being here again, and I especially need to say a big thank you again to Ginny B ASMR for believing in me and for all her kind words and support. So thank you so much. And now let's get started with the first questions. These questions are from back then, when I just intended to create this type of video for a 6K celebration. I'm going to alternate whispering with soft-spoken, whispering with soft-spoken. So please tell me in the comments below which one do you prefer, soft-spoken, whispering, or a combination of two, alternating them. And the first question comes from Jeannie B ASMR. Jeannie B ASMR, thank you so much, my dear friend. She says, how wonderful. Thank you. Please start planning your 10K question and answers. Thank you so much, Jenny. I will start planning my 10K question and answers. Although gaining subscribers to me has always been one of the most difficult things to achieve in this process of creating ASMR. I have good watching time, people, and thank you so much for that. Watch my videos. I cannot complain, but YouTube tends to recommend my videos mainly to my subscribers and not to possible new subscribers. So I'm growing very slowly, but I'm happy to have in our small community 7K of wonderful, lovely dreamers. Describe your typical day when you record videos and when you don't. I film during the night, or I rarely film during daytime. Although when I started creating ASMR, I used to film during daytime, but trying to improve and just get rid of the background noise, I tried to film at night after 10 in the evening, 10-11. Now it's currently 10. It's a quarter to 11 at night, and there are still cars in the street. Well, I film during the night, so my daytime is not affected of this process. The next day I'm a little bit sleepy, but it's okay. Well, now that it's summer holiday and I have more free time, I enjoy spending quality time with my family, and as you already probably know, we have a new member in our family, little Loki. He's a Shiba Inu and he's 2 months old. So I love spending time with my husband and with my new fur baby. So I wake up in the morning. When my husband goes to work and he's not free, I wake up at 6:30. We have our special moment. We always enjoy our coffee together, and then I take care of Loki's needs. Now he's too little to go outside, and it's extremely hot. We go only just in front of the house in the garden. We do not go for walks. We have to teach him going on our walks little by little. I never have breakfast, which is not a healthy habit, but that's it. I am that kind of person who is just happy to be in the comfort of her home. I love being at home. I never get bored. I always find something interesting to do. I read, I write, I answer mails, I take care of different paper stuff. I play with Loki. I cook. I love cooking. I love doing chores in the house. I love taking care of the house, decorating it, even painting the walls. So I always have something to do to keep myself husband, and having lunch together, me at home, and he is usually at work. Then in the afternoon I usually have classes, and in the evening I love cooking, making something special for my husband, and in the evening we have dinner together, and then we spend some time together watching a movie, or now playing with Loki, and whole house revolves around him. Right now he's really cute and really smart, and when my husband is free, and we're both free at the weekend, for example, we go shopping, we go visiting some new place. We just stay at home and watch Netflix together. There are weekends when we're in the mood of going somewhere out, and there are weekends when we enjoy just sitting in bed and having snacks and watching Netflix. And that's a typical day in my life. I love doing chores in the house, and while I'm doing this I'm listening to true crime, or to something interesting, or ASMR stories, or I'm listening to radio plays. Okay. The second question coming from Jenny B. Favorite places to shop? It probably sounds weird, but I do not like going shopping. It's extremely tiring to me. I prefer shopping online. But there are some places where I like to go shopping. I like going shopping for books. I love going to bookshops. And I love even the smell. I love going to bookshops and looking for books, buying books. This has always been one of my favorite things to do. I rarely go to the mall when I really need to go and buy something in particular, and when I really need to try that item of clothing. Otherwise I buy everything online. Next vacation spot you and hubby want to plan to take? So we have just returned from our holiday in Romania. We spent almost a month, I think. Almost. I'm not sure where it will be. Thank you so much, Jenny B, for your questions, and let's go to the next lovely dreamer. And if I am butchering your names, please forgive me. The next questions come from Mrs. Nightfall. Thank you so much. How long have you been married? I have been married for 12 years. on the 16th of August we celebrated 12 years of marriage. To the second question, if you could have one wish come true, what would it be? I have so many dear people up there in the sky, and so many pets that I love them, ending with my dear Luna. So I think I wish I could visit them and meet them again, only for a few minutes, to give them a hug, especially to my father, and to pet Luna again and feel her smell. What's something you took for granted when you were younger? The fact that my father was alive, and I didn't realize how blessed I was to have him, to have a family. I considered back then a normal thing, but now looking back, I realize it was a blessing. And that's what I took for granted, being happy without knowing that you are happy. To have all those that you love in your life here on earth, and not up there in the sky on a star. Thank you so much, my friend, my dear friend. The next questions come from Angel on my shoulder. Thank you so much, my dear friend. I love the vibes that this wonderful lady sends whenever I feel down. I go to her channels and watch a video, and instantly I feel better. She says, "Hi, I love questions and answers. What has surprised you the most about ASMR?" Kind and supportive the people in this community are. How much kindness it's here, and I mean the real people who enjoy ASMR for ASMR reasons, for relaxation, for tingles, for anxiety relief, and so on. I was amazed to receive so many kind words, even to receive little gifts, even to receive money in the tip jar. I placed those links just because I've seen other creators do this, but I have never expected to receive something, and I did, and so thank you everyone for this. Everything goes back to this channel, and everything is invested in props. To me it was it was something unexpected. Okay, the next question: what is your favorite food to eat and to cook? I love cooking so much. To me, cooking is a way of showing my love to those that I love. Even to friends, cooking a good meal for someone is a way of showing love. And I cook Italian, I cook Romanian, sometimes Chinese, rarely, or I like trying different recipes from all around the world. But I love baking the most. I love decorating cakes and making all kind of pies and tarts, and I love breaking bread, and fresh baked bread is one of my favorite smells in the world. It's difficult to choose one dish from the Armenian dishes. I really love this Mediterranean, Italian type of food. It's really easy to make and healthy. If I were to choose something to live on, I would choose bread. But I know that it's not really healthy to eat bread, but I love bread. I love bread with anything, even with just a little bit of olive oil and salt. If I have bread, a little cheese and some tomatoes, I don't want anything else. Okay, Wango, thank you so much, angel on my shoulder. Now we're going to another ASMR creator and friend, ASMR Kurski. Thank you so much for your questions. 1. Describe your day, morning habits, etc. Well, I have just described my day and morning habits. I don't have breakfast. It's not healthy. Don't do this. I always have my coffee in the company of my husband in the morning, and when we're both at home, I love having my coffee in bed while just talking about stuff or watching TV. We do not watch too much TV, only when we find a good series on Netflix or something. Habits, morning habits. Okay, so these are my morning habits. I'm not the type of girl, woman, who wakes up at 5 o'clock and goes running. If you see me running early in the morning, run. Something bad. Someone is following me. Just kidding. Alright, so the next question. Favorite TV series? Well, there are so many TV series that I started watching and just gave up. So let's name some of them that I really enjoyed. I hope they come to my mind. I was a big fan of CSI, especially the classic one. I enjoyed watching Medium. I don't know if you remember this series, but I I started watching it again, and it's so good. On Netflix, I loved Breaking Bad. I think I'm the only person on this planet who hasn't watched Wednesday and Stranger Things and stuff. Their Halloween series up to now, I enjoyed those every year. Okay, let's go to the next. Favorite books. There are so many. Well, I'll just name a few that come into my mind right now. The Portrait of Dorian Gray, The Edible Woman. I love reading also poetry. I have a whole video dedicated to favorite books. I also would love to hear about your pets. I have always had pets since I was a child, and each of them still has a special place in my heart. My soul dog was and still is Luna, because I know that she is somewhere watching over us, and that she's just a form of energy right now. And now we have a new fur baby in our family, and his name is Loki. The next questions come from Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah. What is your nationality? Your accent is so intriguing and relaxing to me. So I've always been curious. Well, I'm Romanian. I'm a Romanian, but I have been living in Italy for 13 years. How many animals do you have? What are their names? I believe I have seen that you have a pug, but I could be mistaken. That pug is now a little angel, and her name was Luna, and she was the most amazing. I cannot call her a dog. I have never perceived her as a dog. I have always perceived her as a higher entity, as a wise creature that came into our lives to make us better. Well, she is now a little angel, and now in our life is a new boy, a new puppy. His name is Loki, and he's a Shiba, and he's 2 months old. And Luna was 12. Will you make any pure whisper videos? Most, if not all, your videos I've seen are soft spoken. Which again, I love your voice, so it's not a problem for me. But close, breathy whispers are my favorite ASMR trigger. And I love to see a whisper video from you. I've done some whispering videos. The thing is that if I write whispering in the title, I somehow that video do not perform doesn't perform very well, so I tend or somehow I'm forced to write soft-spoken in my titles, although I sometimes alternate whispering like I'm doing right now. I have some other question and answers videos that are whispered. And of course I will make some others. Thank you so much for your questions. I have another set of questions coming from Just Richelle. I really hope I'm not butchering someone's name here. What is your ASMR origin story? I've told this story before. I think how I started watching ASMR. It was after my father had passed away, and I needed something to fall asleep with and to calm me, because I had panic attacks back then, and this way just I typed calming videos or something like that, and this is how I discovered Gentle Whisperings videos. But ASMR, I think lots of people in this community have experienced ASMR since childhood without knowing the name of it. And this is my case also. What are your go-to soft-spoken channels? For many years I listened to just a few like Gentle Whispering. I like old school channels, Gentle Whispering and Southern ASMR Sounds. I love that lady, I love Mary. And now I love Jenny B ASMR also. To me, the voice is really important, and also the vibes of the person who creates ASMR, the kindness, the message that I receive, even though that person doesn't intend to send a message, but you feel certain things. And the voice is really, really important to me. And I listen to a lot of small channels, just put in the corner by the algorithm. What is the coolest or most unusual animal or bird you have seen in the wild? It wasn't in the wild. When I was a little girl, and I lived with my grandparents for a while, and my grandparents' house still is, my mother lives now there, is next to the forest in a village surrounded by mountains. And when I was a little girl, there were wolves that came to the village. There aren't any anymore, but I was fascinated. I wasn't afraid. To me, they were some sort of dogs. And my grandfather, I had amazing grandparents. And I was a picky eater. And to stimulate my appetite, my grandfather used to carry me in a rucksack and take me up to the mountains in the forest to show me different wild animals and tell me different stories and somehow make me eat. And I remember seeing deer, and I was so impressed that when I returned home I wrote a poem dedicated to the deers I saw. I am pretty new to your channel. Subscribed right away after hearing your melodic, soft-spoken voice. So much ASMR nowadays is whisper, so it's a treat. When channels do a lot of soft-spoken, my favorite. Thank you so much, my dear friend. I'm so happy to have so many wonderful, lovely dreamers like you in this community. The next questions come from Tiny Tingles. I remember her intro. It's Tiny Tingles ASMR. Thank you so much. I wanna know what music you're into. Do you have a favorite band or singer? Currently, what is your favorite song? What's the best concert you've ever attended? Is there anyone you'd love to see in concert? Well, I'm an old school girl. I love all this. You know, I listen to Frank Sinatra and to Edith Piaf, and I love Smokey. So when I was in high school, I loved Guns N' Roses and AC/DC and Depeche Mode. I still listen to them from time to time, but I listen mostly to oldies. And I also love listening to classical music. What's the best concert you've ever attended? I'm not the concert type of girl. I remember attending some when I was a student at university, but nothing outstanding just to stay in my mind. Is there anyone you'd love to see in a concert? Yes, I'd love to see Adele in a concert. I love her. I love everything about her. She's so beautiful inside and outside, and her voice is just magnificent, and I love the way she dresses. I love everything about her, so I would love to see her. Thank you so much. Let's go to another dear friend here. Miss Alisa Jordan, thank you very much. What are your favorite triggers, and what are some of your favorite channels or type of channels to watch? Congratulations on 6K, thank you so much. I've just mentioned some channels, and I also mentioned that I am very say so, by someone's voice, personality, vibes. Kindness, the person has to be gentle and caring, and everything related to books, paper sounds, soft spoken, even whispering, personal attention, things related to hair. Let's go to another lovely dream. I don't know if I can pronounce this. It's Hawkeye, I think. What inspired you to make ASMR videos, and what are some things you enjoy doing besides making ASMR videos? Well, I've told this story before. I've told you that I started watching ASMR because I wanted to somehow control my anxiety, and it worked, and I was so grateful that I've just needed to give something back, just to do the same. And I wanted to start a channel in 2017 and film some videos, and I have never had the courage to post those videos. I still have them. Maybe I'll post them someday. And then I was inspired by Mary from Southern ASMR Sounds. She told the story of her beginning, how she started, just posted a video. She had posted a video and said to herself, let's see what happens, and I just did the same. I filmed something, posted it, and of course nothing happened because nobody had seen it, but I loved making that video and I wanted to make more, and I continued. I love reading. I love going to the theater. I love cooking. I love house chores, which is strange, I know. I love spending time with my family, spoiling the ones that I love. Also, what kind of music are you into, and do you watch any sports? I have just answered this one about the music. I loved watching tennis back then when we as Romanians used to be represented by Simona Halep. Okay, the next question. Thank you very much. Anna ASMR 91. Thank you, Anna. She's such a sweet girl. She says, congratulations. I would like to know which is the most beautiful. So I would like to know, what was your most beautiful journey trip? I've visited a lot of places, and I fell in love with places like Tropea, Rome, Croatia. But the most beautiful trip was to Venice, my very first trip to Venice, together with my husband. That was something like in a movie. Really beautiful, one of my most beautiful memories, one of the happiest memories in my life. Okay, the next question comes from Momora Time 2965. I would like to learn about your first ASMR experience or any in-person ASMR experience you have had. If you have already discussed this in a prior video, you don't have to answer. And I have mentioned this before, but I don't mind. I experienced ASMR as a child for the first time. Especially when I had to go to sleep in the afternoon and my mother had her friends around, and I was sleeping in my bedroom and they were in the kitchen, and the door was open and they knew I was sleeping and they were whispering, doing each other's head, watching magazines, knitting, and I just used to stay there pretending to be asleep and just enjoying the moment. Also some teachers at school that had beautiful soft-spoken voices. So at the school library, these were some of my first ASMR experiences. Of course, back then I didn't know it was called like this. The next question comes from Solasta ASMR. Solasta ASMR, thank you so much. My dear friend, what is your favorite video of yours that made or would like to make? Thank you so much. In all of them I put a little bit of myself, so I love them all. Even my very first one, the guided meditations also, I love those. Okay, so now I'm going to this to a newer post with some other set of questions, and we have Mrs. Nightfall again asking, how was it being an only child? Do you think you will ever get another pet? How are you so good at learning languages? Well, I cannot compare. I loved going to other families, to family friends that had 2 or more children, and I love spending time with them, and I loved eating with them because I was a picky eater at home. But when I went to someone else, everything seemed so delicious. The whole world revolves around yourself, but also when you get older, you do not have someone to share certain moments. So I think it's better to have brothers or sisters, my opinion. Do you think you'll ever get another pet? Yes, we have just brought into our life a cutie named Loki, and we're already in love. and Luna is still part of our life because I know that she is somewhere as a form of energy. And I really hope she's not jealous because she was so jealous. How are you so good at learning languages? I've always loved literature and reading. I'm not good at maths, for example. And I started studying. In Romania we started studying languages very young, but I don't speak so many languages. I speak English and Italian, and Romanian. It's my native language. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next question. Question coming from Steps Stokely. What are your favorite ASMR genre to watch yourself, and some favorite channels? I think I've already answered. Thank you so much for your question. Again, I love someone's voice, personality, vibes, kindness, and I love personal attention, library triggers, anything related to hair, soft spoken, whispering. Okay, the next question is from IB Wendy B ASMR. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Have you been to the US, and if so, what states did you visit? No, I have never been to US. The next question is from Sarah again, Sarah Bailey. Thank you, Sarah. Would you and your husband ever consider moving back to Romania? What do you find are the biggest differences between Italy and Romania? Lots of love from Canada. Lots of love from Italy. We've thought about going back when we retire, but we're not sure. We've already bought a house here, but we're thinking about. We haven't decided yet. The biggest differences between Italy and Romania aren't differences so shocking from a cultural point of view. Even the languages are related, but still there are two different countries, two different cultures, but nothing just to shock you as. Okay, so the next question comes from Tiny Tingles ASMR again. What roleplay is your favorite to film? Talking to you directly is my favorite type of video, but when it comes to role plays, I love to do personal attention, because I can just somehow show my sensitive side, my caring nature. The next question, yep, comes from Yep 3288. to experience ASMR, I have just answered that. What is your favorite food? I've answered this also. I like Mediterranean food and I love bread, especially homemade bread. Emma Wilkinson, thank you so much. What is your favorite thing about doing ASMR? The fact that I can give back something I have received. The idea that I can help other people just the way I have been helped, and I know how much it means that I can be useful in this way. The next question, do you like to cook? What is your best thing to cook? This question comes from Jess White 1170. I love cooking. Thank you so much for the question. I love cooking Italian dishes, Romanian dishes, and I especially love baking cookies and pies and bread. The next question is from Nobody's Wife ASMR. Thank you so much, my friend. Will your husband ever appear in a video and do ASMR with you? I don't think I will ever be able to convince him to do ASMR, but probably as a model. It's a way of saying yes, but to do some triggers and stuff, I don't think so. But still, he's a big fan, and he even buys props for the videos. He comes home with different things and says, look, I found something you might use in a video. I think it's nice, and so on. And he buys equipment for the videos to surprise me. I be Wendy ASMR. Another question, what pet will you possibly get next? We have just brought a new fur baby, a new baby boy in our lives. I have just mentioned this. I have posted him on my community page if you want to see. He's such a cutie. Okay, the next question comes from K. Sanctorum. What do you really like and dislike in Italy? I don't think there is something I dislike in Italy. Yes, there is a thing. I hate summers in Italy. This summer has been a wet nightmare. It's hot, but it's also very humid. The humidity is terrible, and the weather is wet. You feel like you're breathing hot steam. And summers are spent indoors with the AC on non-stop. And this is what I hate the most. The summers, but I love autumn and autumns, winters, spring. The other seasons are wonderful. The weather is wonderful, but summer is a nightmare. And I love everything about Italy. It's a wonderful country. I love everything, places, people, food, music, everything. I'm in love with this country. Little Owl ASMR, thank you so much. What is your favorite ASMR trigger to listen to? Trigger. I'm not quite the trigger girl. I love soft spoken and whispering, maybe page turning. If I were to choose a trigger, I love lid rollings and fabric sounds, but it has to be really gentle, really gentle. Towel folding. And finally, the last question comes from IB Wendy by ASMR, who asks me, how old are you? Well, I have just 48 on the 28th of June. I think this video is going to be really long. Thank you so much again, my lovely dreamers and friends. This channel exists thanks to you. I love you so much all. See you next time.